Hey everyone, welcome to the Redcat University, your spot for helpful how-tos featuring Redcat Racing products. Today we're going to feature the Gen 8 Scout 2 and the aluminum portal gearbox housing that you could get as an option part. These are really well machined, they look great, and they come with all the hardware that you're going to need for the swap. Alright, grab your tools and let's get to work. Okay, we've already got our project underway by removing the body and the wheels from the truck. Next up, we have to remove the 3 screws that secure the links to the axle. To do so, use a 2mm hex driver and a pair of pliers to hold the nut while you unscrew the hardware. We've removed all the hardware and now the axle pretty much falls out of place. We just have to pop the links off the shocks in order to remove the axle. Remove the axle from the truck and remove all 6 screws that secure the gear cover to the axle. Now you can remove your wheel hexes and wheel pins, and then remove the 6 screws that secure the cap to the end of the axle. Once you removed all the hardware from both sides, pull the caps off and the gears and slide out the axle shafts. Now you'll be able to remove the spool and ring gear. Remove the bearings from the axle housings, and then using a 1.5mm hex driver, remove the 3 screws that secure the portal ends to the axle housing. Remove the portal ends from the axle housing, and then remove the slider drive shaft from the center. Then slide the bevel pinion out of the housing, and push out the bearings. Now we're going to start assembling the new axle housing. Using the old axle to help, slide the correct extension tube onto the housing. This is keyed and will only go in a certain way. Do so for the other side. Now you can secure the axle tubes in place with the long set screws. You should add Loctite to these screws so they don't back out. Add Loctite to the shorter screws and screw them into the axle housing. This will pinch the axle tube in place. With the new axle housing together, we can now transfer the link mounts to the new axle housing. And now we can reassemble the axle in the reverse order in which we took it apart. When reinstalling the portal ends onto the axle housing, use the new hardware that came with the axle housing kit. The screws will have a pointy end. All other screws included with the housing can be used at your discretion. It's the same type of hardware as the factory hardware. There you have it, our new aluminum axle housing in place. Similar procedures can be used for the front end of the vehicle. If you need help removing the C-hubs from the front, please refer to the cards attached to this video. As always, thanks for stopping by. Please hit the subscribe button, and if you have a question or comment, throw it in the section below. We'll see you back soon for another Redcat Racing how-to video.